No one is ordinary. We're all special, unique, wonderful human beings. We're all celebrities with our own talents and strengths and dreams. Moving on TV is here for all of us. We have a book show if you wrote a book. We're looking for talent, for Moving On talent. We want to stream you. We don't want you to compete. Artists shouldn't have to compete. It's disrespectful. And we're going to produce a new musical, and you could be in it. And we're going to serialize it for everyone. We're not going to have the news. We're going to have the happy news. Positive, inspirational, happy stories, which are actually the majority of the stories in the world that are happening all around us, except no one wants to give them to you. And of course, because we're run by solution-based people, life coaches, we want to give you the truth and to help you move on. So we want to know why these tragedies are happening all around us. Why are so many people being hit off their bicycles? What is the solution to all these problems in our world? How can we have a better world, a more peaceful world? We're looking for you. We're looking for all of you. Everyone has a unique story. We're looking for hosts, presenters, all age groups, particularly older people that are not being given any opportunities. Come and work on our media. Cameramen, editors, anyone who wants to work with us. And of course, sponsors, organic makeup and organic products that are helping the environment and the human race. Come on board Moving On TV, the new positive channel, the channel that gives you hope. You're depressed. Come on board Moving On TV. See you soon. Bye. No, rien de rien. Oh, I love you too, Marcel. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. I want to wear my face to the audience as I would a laver. And that is why I refuse to wear the makeup and the products, not unless they are organic. Because they make me feel nude. So, come on board, organic makeup companies, Moving On TV.uk. Bonjour. No, rien de rien. No. Everyone, and welcome to the community show. And today I've got Sonia. It's really good to have you here today, Sonia.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Great. Now the reason I invited Sonia on was because I went down to Hills Cafe the other day in Micklefield, and I saw this big sign up about a networking event for women that they hold at Hills Cafe once a month. Is that right? On a Monday? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you want to tell me something about it?
Well, I set it up because within the business that I do, I'm very fortunate to have a really supportive group of mentors, and with our company we're really good at our support and training. And as I've gone along the way, I've met lots of other women that are working for themselves, that are self-employed or started running their own business. And I found from speaking to them, they didn't have that same support. They didn't have any coaching or mentoring because they'd set it up themselves. And also their confidence and self-belief wasn't always there because they didn't have somebody to share things with. And I just thought it'd be really nice to have a really supportive group where we can all share and help each other and boost other people's, their businesses and also their confidence in what they're doing.
Yes, I agree with you. That because there is hardly anything out there. I mean, there are things like Ladies of Latte in Marlow. I think that's the only one that's actually free. So it's really good to see that you're doing this. Now, one of the things I noticed is that it's actually for mums, but is it open to any woman who's running her own business?
Absolutely. So it's not just mums. I just found that I just wanted people to be aware that there may be children there, because the other networking group, like you said, is that I've been to ones that are very, very expensive, And if you're starting up your own business, that's another, funding out.
Yeah.
And also that a lot of the women that I meet work their own businesses because they want to be at home with their children. And if you can't then get out there, it's really, really difficult. So I wanted to show that this is somewhere you can come with your children and promote yourself and be comfortable and relax as well. So I just wanted other women to know that it's not going to be quite as formal as what some other networking groups would be.
It's fantastic, but you seem like a person that's used to organising things. You've got that confidence, so have you done stuff like this before?
I've set up a couple of events, and I've done training for my own team. So I guess some of those things come into play, and I really, really enjoy helping women and seeing them grow. Men too, but I really, really, really like seeing women's self-belief coming up. So I think sometimes if you just get things started, then the organisation will then slot into place after.
When you say you work with your own team, what is it you actually do?
So when I work from home, I'm a mum of 6.
You've got 6 children.
So I had to find something to work from home.
Where do you have the energy?
Gosh, I try and eat really well, and coffee, those coffees again. But I work from home and I help other mums to do the same. So I help them all get their business up and growing, and we work in the health and wellbeing sector. And so from the training that's come from that, not only have I been able to pass it on to my team and with the family as well, because there's a lot of personal development in there, I just felt that it'd be nice to be able to offer something back as well, because the women that I meet along the way are just, they're incredible, they're awesome how they set things up. So not just purchasing the goods that they've made, but also to help them move along a little bit and give them a little bit of business advice that I was fortunate enough to have and pass that on. And we all work together, so they give back as well with me and give ideas, so it's really nice.
It sounds amazing. So are you a life coach, would you say, or lifestyle coach of some kind?
We do a lot of coaching, I do get to do a lot of coaching, and I've had a lot of coaching, and I've gone to various different people through different sorts of therapies and coaching. And I guess I've picked a lot of what has worked for me and for other people I work closely with, and just use those tools and those strategies to then go on and share those.
Okay. What sort of training have you done then?
There's lots. Within the company, they offer their training. So as mentors, we learn ourselves through the people that we work with. So there's books out there, like Alan Pease that's done Questions and the Answers. I'm saying Jeffrey's Attitude is Everything. That's a really, really, really great book for building. And Who Moved My Cheese? There's lots of books out, those sorts of, and TED Talks. Amy Cundy. And so all of these things that you can tap into, anyone can tap into. And I've also done some work with just other life coaches that have grown their own business as a life coach, and I've gone to them and experienced through those. So there's a few different women that I've worked with as well.
Oh, fantastic!
Business coaches.
Fantastic. So, why Micklefield? Do you live around here in the Micklefield area?
I live just up in Totteridge at the top there.
Right.
But with Hills, I actually know. How did I even come across Hills initially? I know Matt Knight and Annie Bourne, and Nikki Pearson and Julia Walsall, and they have a lot to do in the community. And so I was in part of the neighbourhood action group, and I think possibly Nikki had mentioned to me that Hills Cafe was going to be starting. And of course this is a community-based cafe, so it's it's not always making a great profit, and I really wanted to also raise the awareness of Hills, because they're amazing. They are just, and they give a lot back to the community as well. They offer a lot of work experience and a CV building. So I just wanted to give back and promote Hills Cafe at the same time. And they're great for families, so it's another business that we can help along the way as such.
It feels like Micklefield have got a very, very cohesive community in the way, the library and everyone seem to work really well together. They're a very good model, I think, for the rest of High Wycombe or the rest of the area. So there is no one. There's nowhere to go. When you're working at home on your own, you do tend to get lonely. You don't have that support. I'm a trained life coach, but I use life coaching all the time. I'd be nowhere without, life coaching is amazing, and I totally believe in it 100%. you know, always set my end of the year goals, working towards them, doing my best. What are yours?
For next year?
What? No, have you got any end of the year goals?
Yeah, there's a few team members. As far as business wise, or as far as
the maybe the networking.
Well, with the networking, I'm really excited for next year because I'm going to bring in some more, because we've generally just been helping each other and batting off each other ideas and tools. And what I want to bring in is actually proper plans and advice, because I had to look at it broadly because I'm in network marketing, so we work slightly differently. So to be able to reach everybody and bring in maybe a 10-15 minute slot of training as such, so that anybody can come along and tap into that, is what I want to do for 2018.
Fantastic. So do you have a newsletter, or do you have any other way of connecting to the community? Because if I hadn't walked into the cafe, I wouldn't have known that this is happening. Are you on Facebook? How do you promote the group?
Actually, kind of, the first time I did pop it on High Wycombe Facebook page. You know, they've got the page of the High Wycombe, and I asked if anybody knows anyone that runs their own businesses, and then I contacted them. So we did that, and also just the women that I meet in all of the events locally, I just go and ask them, you know, would it be something of use to you? We've got a Facebook group, because a lot of the women actually, many of them work full time as well, and they would like their business to then overtake that, or it's a hobby on the side of it. So not everyone can get there on a Monday. So we've got this Facebook group that we can also interact on there and bring things in on there. So I actually haven't gone out there and really advertised it.
Okay. Because that would be an interesting way of getting everything out there, as you say, for the new year. Because there are so many small businesses. One of the things that I'm trying to also get some more awareness around is where to work. And I have had meetings with people like Kafira and small businesses around the area where we don't have anywhere to work. You know, there are so many buildings and so many places that are empty, you know, not even going into homelessness, which is a huge issue. But small businesses would really, really love to be able to work around Wycombe where all the shops are closed. And is there any way that something could be done with these businesses? Or are these mainly women that work from home? Or do you think there would be interest there to have some kind of coalition that gets some more awareness for us to actually use Wycombe in a more positive way?
I think you're right, because I think they've got an amazing community down in Mickerfield, and that's from those people that I've mentioned. They are doing it. They're not expecting everyone else to do it. They're doing it themselves. And for councillors, that's unique. It's not very often that happens. And I think the fact that the rent is so high in Wycombe is just, it's just crazy. You have to be earning a fortune to do that.
Sorry, I think it's something like 60,000 a year for the lease for a shop in High Wycombe. It's insane.
And that's without the electricity.
But they're all closed.
Yeah.
It's the same in Maidenhead. Everything is closed. There's got to be something that we can do together, but sorry.
It's all these fat cats, isn't it, coming in and taking over, and it's getting the small businesses out of work. I think most women that I work with work from home because it works around their families, so to be out and in a premises maybe wouldn't be ideal for them. There's a few, I know that a friend of mine, Teresa, and her husband have set up a shop recently in High Wycombe for charity, for their daughter who died. And I don't know, they've recently started, to head down there if you can do.
We'll have to get them all on Moving On TV.
I'll have to watch. She's only around the corner. I will get hold of Teresa and bring her down, because yes, definitely, it'd be really, really great. I just think that the rent is just so high. I looked at other places that we could go and meet up before with my team, not with the networking group, with my team. And everyone wants you to hire places, and if I come down to I'm not going to say the location, if I came down here promoting you, because we'll be advertising to people, and now my team with their families would come down, it's just this long-term thinking rather than this short-term little bit of money. And I don't know what we can really do about that in Wycombe, but we have got a great community, and if people just tap into it a little bit more, speak to each other a little bit more, just say hello, you'll find that people do come, not everybody, but people are much more of a community spirit if we just make these little steps.
Sorry to stop you there. Why do you think Micklefield's different? What
the people that are doing it.
What's going on? Where did they get this from? Because I know they saved the library. I know they actually went out there and they got a lottery grant to save their own library. So what's the difference between an area like this, do you think, and another area that's just given up? What is it? Do they have that special, what do you call it, morale inside, or connection, community connection?
I think if you're on your own, if you're doing anything on your own, which is why I got the group, I guess, set up, if you're doing anything on your own and you take a knock, or you feel like you're the only person, you kind of give up more easily. If you get a few of you together, then you can go, it's okay, we're together on this. I'm not the only person feeling this. Then if you get more people, because you can speak and you can connect, and it's all these connections, you know, Matt and Julia and Nikki and Catherine and Annie and Nicola, you know, those people in this community, this part of Micklefield, this part of town, they're really on it, and they want to change the community for the better. And because they've come together, they've got a much more of a bigger voice. And Julia's, you know, she's amazing at getting things changed. She's very passionate. Yeah.
I have to meet her as well. Well, you know, moving on TV, we're trying to bring people together. We're trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to give that light to people that don't have it. You know, one of the things I said today is, please come here if you're lonely, because I can't, loneliness is such a soul destroyer. And all these people that are setting up businesses, they're all for the good of the community.
Yeah.
What kind of businesses do you have that come
around
to
here? We've got
network.
We've got women that make their own jewellery, handmade cards, which is just really lovely, make them really, really unique. We've got a lady that does the Asian sorts of clothings with the scarves. We've got a life coach that comes along. We've got other network marketers that do network marketing in different companies. Got an osteopath that comes, another lady that is, and I can never pronounce how she says it, and I've worked with her, she's brilliant, Jo. Myofascia work.
Yeah,
is that correct? Am I saying the right thing?
I know, Jo.
And childminders, it's just handmade clothing, baby clothing, crocheting, all the old skills that have come back as well, which I love, and knitting, sewing, card making, decorations, just so many, it's so varied, and you can't, people will say to them, I know they said it to them that, oh, I can get that for so much cheaper in the shops, or, you know, I'm not going to mention names of shops, I can get it cheaper here. And what they forget is they're never going to get that because it's unique for a start. And also they're paying for that person's time when they've gone to have a look, and they can help them choose the right colour, or they can match it with their dress, they can make it unique to them. You're not getting the same as if you bought something from a shop down the road where they've paid a child 2p to make it instead of what they should be paying that child to make it. So there's a lot of reasons really why I really want to promote these small businesses. It's essential. My dad lost a small business because of what was happening nowadays with the bigger companies taking over. And what happened was the community was devastated. It wasn't that he lost the shop. He then wasn't able to help the elderly people that would come in because he knew he could take the milk if they needed it when the shop was shut. There was disabled people coming in, people with dog walkers, people would meet together and have hot chocolate with my dad.
Yeah,
it
that's how
just,
it used, that community thing. We really need that back. We really, really do need that back. And not only what you're saying about that, the community thing is, a lot of the time when we buy stuff, like I buy a lot of stuff on the internet, I'm not mentioning any names, everything's faulty. Everything's broken, everything, with all due respect, is rubbish. Things don't fit together, but here you've got the person you're working with directly that cares about you. It's a one-to-one connection. It's the way communities used to work. You used to have the baker, you know, the butcher, you know what I mean. You used to have, everything used to be just there for you, and it was like a family feel, and we need to bring that back a lot more. So just before we finish, so when you're meeting again, if you want to say that into the camera, when are we meeting? You meeting again?
Now we're going to meet the first Monday in January, as long as it's not January the 1st. So the first Monday they got back to school. However, I just need to check with Matt because the cafe was closed on Mondays to short staff, so I need to double check that he's going to be back, because it might be the Monday or the Friday, the first Monday or the first Friday back in Jan. So I mean, feel free to get in touch with me for more information.
How do people get in touch with you, Sonia?
Probably the best way would be Facebook, Sonia Shields, Shields, Sonia, Sonia. or text or phone me, which is 0758 59 57065, and I'll just get some information across. And even if you can't make it along to the meetings, then you'll be welcome on the Facebook group, and we do lots on there as well.
Fantastic. And you can always contact me, Lauren, with LAURENE at movingontv.uk, or ring me on 07437 532 798 to find out more about this wonderful networking group that's happening here at Hills Cafe in Micklefield, or to come on board the community show and tell your own amazing, unique story. So thank you so much, Sonia. It's been amazing having you here. Namaste.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful Christmas, as we're just before Christmas, and let's hope we can make the world a beautiful, beautiful new place in 2018. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
How would you get someone that's actually in intense pain, that it's hard for them to even sit and think that they could ask their pain in? How are you going to do it? Would you do that by steps, like slowly, slowly, gently, gently? Because
the first thing that you want to do is imagine that you're holding a sword and shield while setting the sword and shield down, and then walking up to an imagined sacred space, the door opening, and then your issue, say neck pain, walking through the door, and you welcome it. You say, well,
welcome to Moving On TV, the new TV channel for us, the positive, inspirational TV channel. My name is Lauren Hope. I am the founder and CEO of Moving On TV. No one is ordinary. We're all special, unique, wonderful human beings. We're all celebrities with our own talents and strengths and dreams. Moving On TV is here for all of us. We have a book show if you wrote a book. We're looking for talent, for Moving On talent. We want to stream you. We don't want you to compete. Artists shouldn't have to compete. It's disrespectful. And we're going to produce a new musical, and you could be in it. And we're going to serialize it for everyone. We're not going to have the news. We're going to have the happy news. Positive, inspirational, happy stories, which are actually the majority of the stories in the world that are happening all around us, except no one wants to give them to you. And of course, because we're run by solution-based people, life coaches, we want to give you the truth and to help you move on. So we want to know why these tragedies are happening all around us. Why are so many people being hit off their bicycles? What is the solution to all these problems in our world? How can we have a better world, a more peaceful world? We're looking for you. We're looking for all of you. Everyone has a unique story. We're looking for hosts, presenters, all age groups, particularly older people that are not being given any opportunities. Come and work on our media. Cameramen, editors, anyone who wants to work with us. And of course, sponsors. Organic makeup and organic products that are helping the environment and the human race. Come on board Moving On TV, the new positive channel, the channel that gives you hope. You can contact me at Lauren with an E at movingontv.uk. Don't get depressed. Come on board Moving On TV. See you soon. Bye.
Still can see your love holding on, pushing way beyond the tears. I still can see your love holding on, pushing way beyond the tears.
No, rien, de rien. Oh, I love you too, Marcel. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. I want to wear my face to the audience as I would a laver. And that is why I refuse to wear the makeup and the products, not unless they are organic. Because they make me feel nude. So, come on board, organic makeup companies, moving on TV.uk. Bonjour. No, rien, no. Hi there, my name is Lauren O'Madal and I run the Weave Me a Dream Foundation for Interfaith, Peace and Talent. I've decided to enter this competition because my cause and our cause is to promote more peace in the world and through our music, and I've written this song called I Wish You Peace, which we're going to sing to you. I'm singing it and I'm Irish and Jewish. Jules Siddiqui, my friend, is Muslim and Catholic, and we're all different cultures and religions. I wish you peace, every race and creed and colour. Thank you.
I wish you peace every moment, every hour. I wish you peace in the breaking of the dawn, when the night seems dark. It will lighten up your way. I wish you peace every morning and every day. I wish you peace, every race and creed and color. Just hold my hand, yeah. Together we can fly on the wings of love. We can make this whole world bright. I wish you peace. Let us bring back the loving
Merry Christmas, everyone! חג חנוכה שמח ושנה טובה לכולם.
Eid Mubarak.
Feliz Navidad!
Shria Noel.
Frolijke Weihnachten.
Gale Shisonia.
Peace, Shalom, Salam, Shanti. Welcome to Moving On TV, the new TV channel for us, the positive, inspirational TV channel. My name is Lauren Hope. I am the founder and CEO of Moving On TV. No one is ordinary. We're all special, unique, wonderful human beings. We're all celebrities with our own talents and strengths and dreams. Moving On TV is here for all of us. We have a book show if you wrote a book. We're looking for talent, for Moving On talent. We want to stream you. We don't want you to compete. Artists shouldn't have to compete. It's disrespectful. And we're going to produce a new musical, and you could be in it. And we're going to serialize it for everyone. We're not going to have the news. We're going to have the happy news. Positive, inspirational, happy stories, which are actually the majority of the stories in the world that are happening all around us, except no one wants to give them to you. And of course, because we're run by solution-based people, life coaches, we want to give you the truth and to help you move on. So we want to know why these tragedies are happening all around us. Why are so many people being hit off their bicycles? What is the solution to all these problems in our world? How can we have a better world, a more peaceful world? We're looking for you. We're looking for all of you. Everyone has a unique story. We're looking for hosts, presenters, all age groups, particularly older people that are not being given any opportunities. Come and work on our media. Cameramen, editors, anyone who wants to work with us. And of course, sponsors. Organic makeup and organic products that are helping the environment and the human race. Come on board Moving On TV, the new positive channel, the channel that gives you hope.
Nothing in your life is ever easy. It will take some time, you know. Even when the moments seem to drag along, you gotta let them go. There's a feeling in your heart. It's telling you that love will come your way somehow. When it finally catches you, you're unaware of how you ought to be. Stealing moments everywhere. I'm wondering in your heart if it is real. Cancel the dreaming. This is now. This is now. Remember how they said that love would come your way somehow. And I can see the praises of the moment when you're here with me. And I can feel an everlasting love is happening to me. Watching every moment on the clock is how my lonely life would be. Time will pass so slowly, but the pace is faster now you're here with me. Cancel the dreaming. This is now. This is now. Remember how they said that love would come your way somehow.
What's left to say? These prayers ain't working anymore. Every word shot down in flames. What's left to do with these broken pieces on the floor? I'm losing my voice, calling on you. 'Cause I've been shaking, I've been bending backwards till I'm broke, watching all these dreams go up. Looking back on all the
Hi Kimberly, it's really good to have you here today.
Thank you.
All the way from Maiden.
Oh, such a long way, Lord.
Such a long journey with all the roadworks and everything. But anyway, let's not get into that. We're here to be positive. So it's lovely to have you here. How are you feeling today?
Really good, thank you.
Good. Well, it's brilliant to have you here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do at Unity?
Yeah, well, we head up what we call Silent Unity, which is a prayer ministry, which is an international prayer ministry, and we have the headquarters in Maidenhead for the UK. So that is where people can write in, they can call us on the phone, they can email us with any requests for support that we give through prayer. It's interfaith. The only question we say, or the only thing we ask, is that they have some faith and that there's a power greater than them that they're connecting with, and that we believe where two or more are gathered, that energy multiplies and grows, and that the power of prayer really works.
Would you like to tell us a little bit of what you do at Unity so we can enlighten the public?
Absolutely. Well, there's various roles that we have at Unity. Our primary role is our prayer ministry, which sounds very sort of grand, but really, if anybody wants any support in any form, and they believe in a power that's greater than them, that they can link to, that empowers them from within, then we're there to pray with them. And we take calls, emails, letters, and just really find a sense of connecting with them, and with the power that we all live within, to enable and for healing, for abundance, for relationships, for employment, finding new homes, all the gamut of life experiences where we struggle and it doesn't seem to be flowing easy. We bring our consciousness of prayer and the knowing of a higher power at work through us and as us, and we find that blocks will clear, people find their right way forward, their health will improve. It's just so many wonderful stories we get all the time through working through prayer.
That's fantastic, that's wonderful. We were talking before with Pete, we were talking about loneliness and how isolation and loneliness is not good for us, how we're all meant to be social beings. So that's what Unity is doing, it's bringing people together, connecting us all together. So what do you actually do to help that situation?
In that regard, that would be much more with the events that we hold. We have retreats and workshops, we have services and prayer meetings, and we've opened up much more now to Zoom technology, so that people can join us from their own home. So as you say, feeling part of a community, feeling part of like-minded people that you can connect with is just a really important aspect of life today. So using Zoom, we use that for our 9 o'clock prayer services, we use it for our Sunday gatherings, all sorts of different things we put out on Zoom. We have education classes that we do that people can connect with, and done very much in discussion format. So there's a real sense of reaching out. We're not just located in Maidenhead, we are connecting with everyone, and not just in the UK, but from Europe and America too. So it's really important that we do get a sense of being connected to the presence within, connected to each other, and connected within the whole universal life energy.
That's fantastic, that's wonderful. So can you tell us a little bit about Unity, because you're not such a Christian church that works with dogma, and it's very relaxed and very full of compassion and very free. It's all about freedom, isn't it? And we're all invited there, because I mean, I'm not a Christian, I'm a Jew, and yet I feel that I fit very well into Unity. So what is different then with Unity, would you say?
Well, we do come out of Christianity. We used to be called School of Christianity, and the Fillmores that set up Unity really did believe they were Christian, but in the traditional sense, no, we're not, because we don't believe that Jesus is the only Son of God. We believe we're all children of God,
and that the same energy in Jesus is potential in all of us. He realised his, we too can realise ours. So we are very open to any faith, any religion. There is no dogma, there is no creed. We do teach that the power is within and encourage people to make that connection for themselves. It's that inner connection that changes the world and our experience around us. So it very much is about making that connection.
Which is really, really good for us to hear. It's a bit more like Buddhism in the way that a lot of people are frightened by the church because they feel that they're going to get all these rules and it's not about finding your inner strength. It's about actually the opposite to a certain extent. But with unity, you're building people up. You're giving them the opportunity to connect inside to the positivity and the compassion and the love.
Absolutely.
Which is, so basically it's really good for everyone, that no matter who you are. You could be Jewish, Muslim, whatever. It's more like a philosophy, would you say?
Yes.
That can be used?
It's kind of East and West combined,
Right.
really. When the Fillmores really created unity and got it going, they took Christianity as their teaching tool, but they took many concepts from the Far East, Buddhism, ideas of meditation and silence and stillness and compassion, and really developed those and added that and built that into their experience of Christianity. And it works.
That's lovely. And so tell us a little bit about the prayer line, because you know, when I was in the wheelchair, I used to ring it, I'd say probably every day, and I wasn't in the best of states. But it's a really good place to ring when you have got no one to talk to, because you get held by the angels of the prayer line, and I got to know all of you, and they're all very different. They're all very different, you know. But so tell us a little bit about, where does the prayer line come from? Where did it originate?
It started in America in the 1880s, late 1880s, from our co-founder Myrtle Fillmore, who healed herself of tuberculosis. And because of that healing, other people heard of the healing and they connected her and they wanted healing themselves. And to start off with, it was one-on-one in person like this. And she'd work with them and they experienced healings, and then more and more people, I mean, this is before there was any media like we perceive it today, but more and more heard of it. And so they started to develop a group of people that would sit and pray together every night and connect with the names that have been shared with them, and they held them all in prayer in evening meetings. And eventually it developed and became a place that people could write to. So people would write, that was the way they could communicate then. They would write letters, and they had hundreds of thousands of letters at one point that were written in every day to Silent Unity. And it has since expanded and expanded. Obviously the telephone brought along that way that people can connect, and now it's emails.
Yeah.
So, you know, as the technology expands, so we move with it and people can connect with us in all those ways.
So how do people get in touch with the prayer line?
There's a website, you can go
Right.
to www.unityuk.org, and on there is all the details about the prayer line. The email is silent.unity@unityuk.org.
Okay, silent.unity@unityuk.org.
And if you want the telephone number as well,
The telephone number is,
it's
would you look in the camera?
01628 628 916. 01628 628 916.
That's wonderful. And if there isn't anyone actually on the line, they do get a very positive message.
Yeah.
That will really, really help you and hold you. And I hope you take advantage of the prayer line, because without the prayer line I probably wouldn't be here after the year that I had last year. So I'm so grateful to have that, and so grateful to have that.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful to have unity here. And so you also have the daily word.
Yes.
Which is a very, very positive message you can get on a daily basis. Which is, it takes a message from the Bible, it takes a phrase from the Bible, but it puts it into daily life to really, really help you, doesn't
It
it?
expands it very much so, and it gives the unity take on the Bible reading as well, because so many read into the Bible of fear of God and judgment of God and punishment and sin and death, and we look at it in the opposite way. We take it what we call metaphysically, and we expand it and we see it in a very positive, supportive, encouraging way, and everything is about the powers within us and using that power to transform our lives. So yes, daily readings, bi-monthly booklets, digitally and printed form. Yep, we do the lot.
That's great, that's great. And you have some physical meetings. You have every third Sunday of the month?
Third Sunday at 3 at
At
Friends Meeting House in Maidenhead.
In Maidenhead. That's wonderful, Kimry. Thank you so much for coming on to the community show. We hope that we can help spread all this positivity and all the love, and so grateful for you for
bless you,
doing it.
sweetheart, bless you.
Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
and thank you for helping me.
You're welcome.
So there you go. This is Unity, Silent Unity, Kimmery and Silent Unity, and signing off from the community show. If you want to get in touch with us and come on with your wonderful positive stories or your life or anything, please email me, Lauren, Laurene, at movingontv.uk. Namaste, have a beautiful day. Thank you.
How would you get someone that's actually in intense pain, that it's hard for them to even sit and think that they could ask their pain in? How are you going to do it? Would you do that by steps, like slowly, slowly, gently, gently? Because
The first thing that you want to do is imagine that you're holding a sword and shield while setting the sword and shield down, and then walking up to an imagined sacred space, the door opening, and then your issue, say neck pain, walking through the door, and you welcome it. You say, well,
No, rien, de rien. Oh, I love you too, Marcel. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. I want to wear my face to the audience as I would a laver. And that is why I refuse to wear the makeup and the products, not unless they are organic. Because they make me feel nude. So, come on board, organic makeup companies, movingontv.uk. Bonjour. No, rien, no.
Broken hearted, forgetting all the ways we used to fight. I still can see your love holding on, pushing way beyond the tears. I still can see your love holding on, pushing way beyond the tears.
Welcome to Moving On TV, the new TV channel for us.
Anyway, there's Bubba Burst here. He tried to do me marketing all because obviously it's not working with any of you, right? When I mentioned you have to leap up and down, I didn't mean you have to wear your arms around, leap up and down, your runs away. For God's sake, you don't have to leap up and down, oh, for God's sake. You just have to wave your knickers and wave your white fronts like this, up and down, right? Wave them up and down for freedom and joy. For God's sake, you don't even have to be on the camera. You need to be in solidarity. That's what the granddaughter says. It's a big word. Solidarity, alright then? In solidarity, and you don't even have to be on the camera. Because I will bring you up, and we can do it, I'll put the song on, and I'll have two phones, alright? So I'll have two phones, I don't know how I'll do that one. Anyway, I love you. Maybe I don't.
Looking back on all
Guys,
the
welcome to Moving On TV, and welcome to the community show. We're back, and we're back with extraordinary people that have got wonderful stories, and today I've got one of them, a unique man, Pete Lang. Hi Pete, sorry to have you
Pleasure,
today.
pleasure.
Thank you for being here. Now first of all, you come from America?
Yes, I was born and raised in the United States, and New York, born and raised in New York City. And when I went away to university, I went to the southern part of the United States, and now I consider North Carolina my home.
Okay. So as you can see, I've got the New York hat on, which is apt for Pete. So go on, so tell me a little bit, how long have you been in the UK?
I've been here for 4 years, and I work for the largest tobacco company in the world.
Okay.
All right, which is a place called Alliance One, and they are a wholesaler. So they buy it from the farmers, and then they sell it to the people who make cigarettes and whatnot.
Okay.
All right. And so my job is to keep all the computer systems that run all the factories that deal with all of this tobacco in Europe and Africa.
Wow,
And
interesting.
so the company headquarters in the United States, and I've had the opportunity to go to Africa a number of times, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place, and the job opportunity came up to kind of take care of Africa, and I jumped on it. That's how I'm here.
Wow. Well, one of the reasons I've got you on Moving on TV, because everyone who comes on to Moving on TV is positive, is unique, is doing something to make the world a better place. Now, I know Pete from Unity UK and Maidenhead, where we spread positive messages and sing and do all sorts of great stuff together. So tell me a little bit more about what you're doing with Africa, because that is a very inspiring thing.
Well, first time I was in Africa was with the Army, all right, and I was in Special Forces. I was a medic, and during the first Gulf War, the Americans pretty much trashed out the air base in Mombasa in Kenya, and then they just left. All right, so the Kenyans were not very happy with the Americans, and the Americans wanted to make nice. So they said, "Look, we'll rebuild your runway. We will send over a set of trainers," which was a Special Forces unit that was attached to go ahead and train a Special Forces unit for you, and which is parachuting. And then we'll also send over a medical team to go out to the desert and take care of people who haven't seen a doctor in a long time.
Right.
So
that's how you're basically contributing.
That's
by
right.
making sure that they get a medical team.
Well,
taken care of.
and actually, here's the thing about it. We had one medic, we had two doctors, a vet, and a dentist. All right.
Okay.
And of all those, I would say the dentist and the vet were the most valuable.
Okay.
All right, because you've been to the doctor. You go and they write down what's wrong with you, and they say, all right, come back in 3 weeks, and then we'll look at it again. Well, in this situation, these people are never going to be seen by that doctor again. All right, what they can do is pretty limited. Whereas the dentist, if somebody has, usually what we ended up doing is pulling teeth. All right, somebody's got a tooth that hurts, and you pull it out. You have done them some good.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
And then with the animals, what we would do is we would inoculate them and deworm them. And that sounds kind of gross, I guess.
Yeah.
But what happened was all of the nutrition that was going to the worms was now being produced into meat and to milk that the families of the local villagers could consume. And when they heard that the Americans were coming and they were bringing, medicine for the animals, I mean, we'd come to a village and there'd be thousands of people there.
Right. Okay. So that's a bit of background news. Now, you're also very involved in Unity. Unity, as I say, is a very positive group. That meets to promote abundance and healing and health and everything. But is it okay if I ask you a little bit about your story? Because I know a lot in life. I don't know enough about it, but I know you've been through a lot in life, and yet you're a very positive, very bubbly, very loving, very giving human being. So do you mind telling us just a little bit about your personal history?
Well, I grew up a white kid in a Puerto Rican black neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in the hood. All right.
We got someone from the hood on Moving On TV and
That's right. That's right. That's right. A matter of fact, what's the name of that rap group? You know, there's a Christmas rap song about Christmas in Hollis, Queens.
Oh, don't ask me.
All right.
I don't know anything about rap.
All right.
So anyways,
but be as it may, be more as a house is where I live, and I didn't enjoy that very much. You know, most people tend to like wherever it was that they grew up is this is home. I never felt that way about New York.
Okay, so you
And
left.
so I left there and I went to school in Kentucky, at the University of Kentucky. And there isn't anything analogous to the feeling between the North and the South in the United States, in England. Closest thing might be Scotland and England, all right? In terms of, we had, they've had civil wars here, and we had a civil war in the United States, and the South lost, and they're still pretty angry about it. 150 years later, and so I was from the North,
Right.
and they reminded me every day that I was from the North,
Right.
and that I really didn't belong there. So, but made it through, and when I was a little kid, I decided I wanted to be a Green Beret. And then when the time came to graduate university, I went to a recruiter and said, can you make me a Green Beret? And he said, yes, I can. And sign right here. And as it turned out, normally you have to be on your second enlistment, you have to have done all these things, but they were hard up for people. So they would take anybody, that maxed out the entrance exams for the Army and was in good health, which fortunately I managed to do. So after college, I went into Special Forces, and then after that, became a computer guy. All right, and I've taught at all different levels. Sixth grade. What would they call sixth grade? I'm not exactly sure what it would be called here in Britain.
So sorry to stop you there, Pete.
Yeah.
So you came to the UK.
Yes.
But you went through some stuff in the UK, didn't you, with your children? Is that right?
I've the only thing I had two daughters. One passed on before I came to the UK. All right. She got to as was what they call in the U.S. a one-car wreck, which means you did something stupid and you wrecked your own car, and it killed her instantly. And then my younger daughter, when she graduated from university, I promised her a trip wherever she wanted to go. She said, I want to go to England. So when and as I was here, we spent 2 weeks cruising around. Saw Shakespeare lived, and the ocean, and Wales. We went all over the place.
So you came to England with your daughter and
Came with my wife.
with your wife?
Yes. I don't mean to sound like I've got an overly complex story, but
No, but we want to hear this because you're such a positive.
I came over with my wife, and then life was pretty good. We had our little place, and we had our way of life, and then my wife is Lebanese, and it is the duty of a Lebanese senior daughter to take care of her mother in her old age when she gets ill. So her mom got real sick one time, and my wife Nasia felt very, very guilty about it. But she didn't say anything to me, but she felt very, very guilty. So finally I said to her, girl, go back to the States. Okay. All right, I can live here by myself for the rest of my contract, which was at that point was 2.5 years. Now it's 11 months. I can take care of myself. All right, go take care of your mom. All right, so she did. So I've been here for the most part by myself, and the people at Unity have been as close as I get to family and friends.
That's fantastic. So, you see, this is what I want to put across in Moving On TV is it's awful. I can't even imagine how it must feel to lose your child. but from the time I've known you, Pete, you are one of the most positive, enlightened, giving human beings that I know. So people are going through a lot these days, and one of the reasons that's why I wanted to bring you on to Moving On TV, because I want you to be able to say to people, how do you do it? How do you manage to rise above grief and the stuff that you've gone through, the pain, and carry on being such a lovely human being and a giving human being as well?
Well, because it's the best option. All right, you know, people, anyone could find a good reason to be upset about the way life has treated them. All right, very, very few people, you know, have had perfect lives. All right, so I'm certainly not one. So I made a very, very painful thing happen, and we don't need to go into the details of it right now. And one of the places that I use as inspiration is the movie Gandhi. If you've never seen it, I strongly recommend it. And in the early bits of the movie, when he was still in South Africa, you know, a white punk knocks him into the street, all right? And so his minions brush him off, and they're outraged at this, and they ask Gandhi, well, what are we going to do? He says, I'm going to forgive him. What? Forgive him after he's done this outrage to you? And he said, look, all right, I'm not forgiving him for him. I am forgiving him for me, so that I don't think about it, I don't worry about it, and I can move on to bigger and better things. And at that point in time, that really helped me in a very, very difficult situation, and it is kind of one of the foundations of that I go through life of, you know, what's the point of being angry and upset and hurtful? How can I take this and make something positive out of it? And so when my daughter passed, you know, I committed my life to trying to make the world a better place. All right.
So inspiring.
And
inspiring.
the cool thing I've discovered, and I'll share with your folks, is that making the world a better place doesn't have to be a big thing. All right. So, in other words, smiling at somebody the day that they are having a horrible day and considering suicide, and you happen to smile at them that day, and they say, well, you know, if that person smiled at me, maybe I'm not that terrible. Maybe I can go on another day. And that's all it took. All right. Now, quite frankly, I imagine that could have happened. I'll never know.
But you're trying.
But I'm trying.
Something.
I'm trying. You know, every person I meet, automatically, how can I put a smile on this person's face?
That's amazing. So we're going to take a break there, Pete, because
Sure.
we do need to have some adverts.
Okay.
But when we come back, we're going to talk to Pete more about this positivity and how you can do like small things a day to help yourself and to help others.
How would you get someone that's actually in intense pain, that it's hard for them to even sit and think that they could ask their pain in? How are you going to do it? Would you do that by steps, like slowly, gently? Because
The first thing that you want to do is imagine that you're holding a sword and shield while setting the sword and shield down, and then walking up to an imagined sacred space, the door opening, and then your issue, say neck pain, walking through the door, and you welcome it. You say, well,
No, rien, de rien. Oh, I love you too, Marcel. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. I want to wear my face to the audience as I would a la verre. And that is why I refuse to wear the makeup and the products Not unless they are organic, because they make me feel nude. So, come on board, organic makeup companies, moving on TV.uk. Bonjour. No,
We're back, and on the community show today I am talking to Pete Lang, who's come all the way to High Wycombe, not from New York, but actually from where you live?
I live in Wokingham.
In Wokingham. Now, before the break, we were talking to Pete about positivity and how to make the world a better place just by doing little things, kind things, in spite of the fact that we're going through a lot. You know, people are going through grief and all sorts of stuff. And so I've got Pete here today who wants to say a little bit about that. So what can people do on a daily basis that not only makes other people feel good, but obviously if they do something nice for someone else, they're going to feel good inside. So how did you learn all of this? Were you brought up that way?
Actually, no. My parents grew up in wartime Europe, so there wasn't necessarily a lot of positivity going on there. And growing up in Queens, New York, there wasn't a lot of positivity. And you know how in most classes there's always one kid or two that everybody picks on?
That was you.
That was me.
Okay.
All right. And so I said, well, when I get the chance, I'm going to make sure that I do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen to other people.
Okay, so where did this come from? Because a lot of people that grow up with so much negativity and pain, they don't know how to be positive. They don't know how to be grateful. I never learned any of that. It took me a whole life transformation to be able to do this. So where did this come to? Did you have an awakening of some kind? Did you read a book?
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to say I was born with some of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because neither of my parents were terribly religious. And even though I went to a Lutheran primary school, all right, I inquired those kinds of questions. I just couldn't believe that life was meant to be miserable. All right, I wasn't prepared to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I started exploring how to not be miserable. All right, and probably the first big thing that I discovered was there was a little notice behind the library that said, "Come to a class on transcendental meditation."
Okay.
All right, for free.
So that's basically the first thing that you
That was
did.
the first thing.
A lot of us go into positivity that way, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
And I mean, transcendental meditation is, I think, kind of more of a business and a scam than it is, a true, let's make the world a better place kind of an organization. But nonetheless, in today's world, you can just go, type into Google, how can I meditate, or how do I learn to meditate, or go to YouTube, and there'll be hundreds of videos that will show you how to do it. All right.
They all lead to the same thing. We all want to find that positivity.
There are thousands of different meditation techniques. All right, and they're not necessarily all for the same goal. All right. Now, basic transcendental meditation and many meditations, the objective is to bring you, a human being, in contact with the totality of humanity and with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a lot of meditation that's associated with that.
Uh-huh.
All right, but there's meditation on any topic. You know, I've got on my computer, I've got probably 10 or 15 different meditations to help you lose weight.
Okay, so, but what, coming back to the positive thing,
Right.
what did you start using to help you to get through on a daily basis? That people can do on a daily basis, would you say?
Well, for me, it was transcendental meditation. All right, and I'm not suggesting that is. I'll give you the meditation technique in the time we have left. Very simple. Okay. All right. Sit in a comfortable chair. Sit up as straight as you can, but don't freak out about being rigid. And breathe in. Say 1. Breathe out. Say 1. That's it. Keep and repeat. And then do that for as long as you want to do that for. Start off with 10 minutes, and then if you do that 20 minutes twice a day, in a month or 2, you will notice something is different.
Okay, and thank you, Pete. That's amazing, because what you're doing is you're focusing your mind. It's a bit like you could be sitting there looking at a candle, and you're looking at the flicker of the
Right.
candle,
Right.
and that brings your mind into focus,
Right.
doesn't it? It brings you into the moment.
That's right.
That's what it does.
That is the objective of many forms of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think personally that even people who do not believe in spiritual things are still trying to find a way to stay in the moment, because I think that's just something that human beings naturally do. That's one of the things that we have come to this world to figure out.
To stay in the moment.
How to stay in the moment. And if you can do that, you are staying closer to your higher power.
That's fantastic. So this helps you, and you've also got into Unity. When did you get involved in Unity, would you say?
I got involved in Unity in the 90s. And what happened was I had gone to a Unitarian Universalist church and decided I had moved and I wanted to go to another one. And I looked up an address in the phone book, and I thought it was a Unitarian Universalist church. It turned out to be a Unity church.
Right.
All right, and that's the first time I never even heard of Unity.
Okay.
All right, and they have a very simple 5 basic rules. That's it. There's no theology. There's nothing that you have to remember. Nothing that you have to agree to. All right, nothing that you have to believe in. There are 5 rules, although if you don't necessarily believe in those, nobody's going to kick you out either.
Sure.
And then after that, it's a safe place for you to decide, the nature of your higher power and how you can get closer to it.
Okay, so moving on from Unity, that's where I met Pete, and over the last few years, and I as I said, I have failed that you would make an incredible presenter, host for Moving On TV.
I'm honored.
Because the whole point of Moving On TV is positivity and, teaching people how to rise above what's going on in our world. So how do you feel about that?
Quite excited.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm as you know, I'm studying to be a minister because, matter of fact, I finished all of my classes. All right, I've got a bunch of practical things before I get.
Did you get a title that we have to call you by?
Pete.
Just Pete.
Yeah. You become a certified teacher. All right,
Right.
and then you become a minister.
Okay.
All right, so I'm working on my certified teacher bit. All right, but that gives you enough juice to be able to conduct the day-to-day affairs of a church.
Mm-hmm.
All right, either here in Britain or in the United States. So because there are just so many people that are so sad, and I saw a BBC show about some outrageous number, like 5 million people in Britain will go an entire month without speaking to somebody on any kind of more than one sentence. And so the number of people, and it seems it's worse here than it is in the United States when
We
it
need
comes
to
to
get
that.
them moving on TV. Get them talking, get
That's
them
true.
interacting.
That's true.
The whole point.
And I really think that while the internet and TV is a wonderful thing, all right, one bad thing about it is that it makes it a lot easier to sit in your house by yourself.
Exactly.
All right,
That's
and
what we're trying to get
and so
around.
before then, people would form groups. All right, and I can tell you, all right, as somebody who in their later years, obviously I didn't go to school here. All right, it is very, very hard, to meet people and to develop a social life if you didn't have one before you got here. So and I'm when I'm thinking about when I go back to the United States, helping organize groups to get together, because people are like cattle and dogs. All right, they are herd animals.
Their followers.
Well, no. In other words, they are herd animals. They don't live by themselves. That's why
They like to be with people.
They like to be with other
They're
people.
social.
That's right.
And loneliness is not a
That's right.
natural
That's
thing.
right. Which is why solitary confinement is considered such an onerous punishment. All right, because are you doing anything particularly terrible to them? No. All right, you're feeding them. You're giving them a place to sleep. All right, it is you are depriving them from interacting with other human beings.
Exactly.
And
that's one of the problems, sorry Pete, this is one of the problems, that loneliness causes depression and causes mental illness. As you know from my story, when I was in the wheelchair, the depressions were getting very serious. So what we're trying to do here is we want to bring people on, and as a host or a presenter or someone who's involved in this, in Moving on TV, we want to bring people on to get them out of the house, to find their uniqueness, to find their talents, to find anything that makes them feel that they're connected in some way to the human race. So, but I'm going to have to end the interview there. And it's wonderful having you here, and I'm really looking forward to you doing some interviews and possibly interviewing me. So that's it today for the community show. If you have a dream or a story, you're writing a book, you want to talk about anything that makes you feel good inside, or if there's any way that we can help you combat loneliness, combat unhappiness, and stop you from watching all the negative stuff out there, then please contact me. It's Lauren, LAURENE, at movingontv.uk. Come on board and, we'll work together. Anyway, it's lovely speaking to you today, Pete. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Take care.
All right, cheers.
Namaste, everyone.
Welcome to Moving on TV, the new TV channel for us Welcome everyone to Moving on TV, the Tarot Show. And I'm going to do a channeling star seeds and for anyone really, light workers and anyone who is joining the ascension, feeling that they're moving upwards. A channeling of what we need to do, how we need to be, whatever comes through. I will do it with the tarot cards, like I do, and I will pass on the information to you through the tarot cards. So whatever comes up, I will interpret it with the channeling that I'm getting, whatever is coming through me. And I hope this helps us negotiate the next couple of weeks, months, so that we can get through and it'll be easier. Okay? So as I say, this is predominantly for light workers, star seeds, Q supporters, my tribe. I love you so much. And so I decided to do this. So the overall energy is the Six of Pentacles. And I'm going to put that over there, which is generosity of spirit, give and take. And so I'm going to start and see what comes through. I channel through Lumiere, which is where I come from, Lumiere. Okay, let's see what we can get from the beings of light and anything else that comes through in order to help you. Okay, so the theme of the reading is give and take. Give and take. Okay, so what I'm getting at the moment is this. Beautiful, beautiful souls. I love you so much. We are spreading the light everywhere, all over, asking you to feel it deep down in your souls and in your hearts, in every part of you. You will need to let go of the physical more than anything. You will need to let go of the physical more than anything. A lot of humans are stuck in physicality, and that will be their downfall. In order to move on to the ascension, there is a need to let go more and more of the physical body, to let go more and more of attachments, to let go more and more of anything that could be tying you down to the earth plane, to let yourself fly, to let yourself float away from it all. Letting go of practicalities. Letting go of everything that grounded you all through your existence on this planet, on planet Earth. You will need to let go of everything that is practical, because everything is impractical. And what I mean by that is nothing is as it should be. Nothing is as it could be. Nothing is as you think it is. So be open to anything. The most important thing that you need to find is balance. Balance, balance, balance. Balance of the feminine and the masculine in you. Balance of the gentleness, the compassion, with the strength of conviction to stand up for what you believe in. To not consent to anything that doesn't feel right to you, that does not vibrate with the way you deserve to be. All right? We bring you hope and love. We bring you so much hope. But we tell you that at this moment, the most important thing is to put aside all belief systems, to put aside all value systems, apart from what you know in your heart to be true to you as human beings. Love. Anything that vibrates as love is a high vibration. Unconditional love that you have for each other. Tap into that. Give yourself hope, more and more hope. Hope for the children, hope for innocence. You know what vibration is going to help you ascend. You cannot ascend on the physical vibration with a physical vibration. You cannot ascend with pure passion only, not unless this passion comes with love. And that's where the balance is. Hope and love, respect for each other, respect for your fellow man, respect and dignity. Partnerships will dissolve. Partnerships, relationships, marriages, connections to friends. Let them all dissolve if they're meant to dissolve. You cannot carry everyone with you. Starseeds, way showers, light workers. You need to build an inner strength that is incomparable to anything you've ever felt in your life, because you will be holding those that are on the physicality. And if they cannot let go of that physicality, that materialistic sense that they hold on to, they cannot ascend. Their vibration will be too dense. You cannot achieve completion on this vibration, that you have lived on this planet eons with this vibration, this heavy vibration, this dense vibration, this physical, material, stuck, solid vibration. Everything must flow, flow, flow in order to achieve the completion and the 10 of Cups, the world that you deserve, the beautiful emotional balance, the peace that you deserve. You must let go of this dense vibration. And some of them cannot do that. So you will need to let go of relationships, of partnerships, jobs. So much, so much. Use your intuition, my beautiful star seeds, way showers, light workers. And anyone who is drawn to listen to this, use your intuition, but also know that the mind can be very tricky and play games on you and tell you it is your intuition. If it is not pure love with respect for yourself and others, it cannot be your intuition. It cannot be your intuition. It cannot be the high priestess. It cannot be. The only way that you can feel that you are actually taking the right actions or treating people the right way is when you are in your heart. Your intuition lives inside your soul. Pure love. Sometimes your intuition can draw you in different directions. It can actually take you into directions where you can hurt yourself and others, some of you, right? Movement is coming. Movement is coming. Movement is coming. There are waves of movement coming to you from all over the world. It's a huge wave of movement, a new wave of movement, the age of Aquarius, a new ascension, movement, forward, movement, forward movement, flow, 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 flow. Movement is coming. You need to be the one who sits there and knows how to direct themselves in the right way. And sometimes you will need to let go of people to do that, who are still too stuck in the physical, in fear, in dense energies. Love is the only answer. You have struggled so much. The struggle will come to an end. The struggle is coming to an end. Let it go. Stop struggling. Surrender to the intuition. Surrender to the soul. Surrender. Surrender. Surrender to the star and the hope that you are. Surrender. Surrender. In some of you, there is so much sadness and so much, you cannot see the light. So you need to surrender, 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 surrender. The intuition is old school as well. You were taught all about intuition, intuition, intuition. Now I am asking you to just purely surrender, and then your answers will come. Your intuition can draw you back into the mind, believe it or not. We are here to tell you that your intuition is not always right. It is not always correct. Your intuition is being marred by the situation that you're living in, by other not light souls, the opposite of light beings, that have come here to destroy your planet, that have come here to take the human race and put the human race into bondage. Intuition. Intuition. Take that apart. Go inside. But be very, very careful to distinguish between your mind, the ego, and your soul. You will learn to know the difference. If it comes from love, respect of others, and love, healthy boundaries of others and yourself, and lack of physicality, and particles of light moving forward, flow, 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 flow. Let go of everything you have learned. As we have said, the only thing that you carry with you into this new ascension is a sense of balance, balance of the feminine and the masculine inside of you. Balance, creativity, and your soul, pure, pure love without being dragged back into considerations of the mind or the ego. Intuition can deceive you. You didn't know that? Well, this is what we're passing on to you. Intuition is not always from the soul. Some of you have got yourself deeper and deeper into pain because you have trusted your intuition, thinking it is coming from the light and the soul. And unfortunately, a lot of the time it's been coming from the mind and the ego, because that's all you knew. But now the new energies that are coming in are telling you, no, do not struggle anymore. You cannot be abandoned. You cannot be abandoned. We are everywhere. We love you. We are working day and night to secure Mother Earth, to secure the human race. And this is why we are coming through Lauren Hope today. to help you to understand. The future of your planet depends on you ascending. The future of your planet and humanity depends on you coming out of old beliefs and values and connecting only to love, unconditional love. And if it doesn't feel right because of something that you picked up in your life, sit with it, 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 breathe and feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, because the minute you start to feel, you heal, you feel, you heal. Star seeds, way showers, light workers, my darlings, you have been put here to suffer and you have suffered so much, but you have come at a detrimental time. You gave yourselves to the missions in order to be here for the vulnerable, the innocent, the children. These children will not match the physicality that people expect. They will not match the value system of what's on the outside. They cannot. They cannot. They will be up against so much. 7 of Wands. They will be up against so much. Society will not accept them. They will not love them because they will not match the physicality that society expects. But you, my beautiful, are beautiful star seeds, way showers, beings of light that came here to carry the pain of the world. You will see beyond, inside the heart of these beautiful, sad children, innocent, that came here to open the heart of humanity by being the opposite of what humanity expects. The opposite of what humanity expects from a child or an infant to look like. Every human has been brought up and conditioned to want what's on the outside. They have plastic surgery, they change their body, the body, the body. It's all about the body, the body, the body. Am I too fat? Am I too thin? Am I too manly? Am I too this? Am I too that? Am I too short? Am I too... Whatever it is that you have been brought up to believe. When these children reveal themselves, they have come to open the heart of humanity. When humanity understands what they have been through, the journey that they took on, their little souls, humanity's heart will open more and more and more. However, those who are too much in the physicality, those that walk around and think, oh my God, I can't smile because I don't have teeth, or I cannot show my real me, what's inside my heart. If they cannot get past this, how can they hold an innocent that does not live up to the physicality of what society wants? You have been deceived and the deception is coming to an end. It has never been about the physical, the media, the celebrities and Hollywood and magazines. They created a culture. They turned you into frightened little rabbits if you had 1 extra pound on your body. And it created an eating problem for a lot of you. All of you trying to live up to what these other beings that are not beings of light took over. We are here to tell you, you have been deceived. It's all about what's inside your soul and your heart. That kernel of truth, that energy that you really, really are. You will pull on that as the tears flow for humanity and what humanity turned into. But luckily, you are being reprieved thanks to us, the light beings, and others. You will not take your baggage with you. It'll be like letting go of a massive, massive burden of suitcases that you have carried from one life to another, from one life to another. You were convinced to do this before you came to this planet. Some of you, you took this on in order to be ready for what you are expected to do soon. Some of you were deceived. Some of you were deceived. But those of you who know why they're here, will not be let down. Your journey will be obvious. At the moment, there is so much coming at you and it's messing with your head. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Lots of wise ones have seen beyond, and you know the truths, most of the truths now, why this is happening. However, there needs to be a space of calm. There needs to be a space of calm and retreat to go into, to tap into your soul and beyond the intuition, into love. I cannot stress this enough. Love, unconditional love for your fellow man, for you, yourself and your fellow man is the only thing which will pull humanity out of this. Every time you cannot give unconditional love because you're held back in some way, sit with it. What is this other human representing to you? What are they mirroring to you? In A Course in Miracles, which your beautiful Jesus channeled to you in the 70s, Jesus says that your brother and sister are here as teachers and mirrors, and be grateful for whatever they show you. Because if you see something in one of your brothers or sisters, one of your human counterparts, you are carrying that as baggage of some kind. And you need to let it go. If you see darkness in one of you, then it's in you. But you haven't acknowledged it yet, and that's why you push each other away. And the only way that you can save humanity and you can create a better world is by embracing each other, light workers, star seeds, way showers. The conflict must end. Conflicts must end if you are to do your work. There is no messing around anymore. The president that works for all of you, he's working day and night in order to save you all with us. There is no messing around anymore. If you are a starseed or a way shower or a light worker and you are holding on to anger, fear, disruption of any kind between you and another human, stop it. We are saying stop it. Stop messing around. The vibrations need to be clear. You cannot have fear. You cannot have anger. You cannot have humans falling out. So we are doing everything possible to awaken as many as possible of you and to bring this message clearly. We look down on your planet with love, spreading the love to those poor unfortunates that seem to believe everything their governments and their media tells them. There may not be any hope for them. You'll have to let them go. They're so stuck in the physical. The fear of death is stronger than their fear of life. They are only frightened of dying of this virus, which is just a wake-up call for humanity to understand that everything has to be done inside the mind, the body, and the spirit, building immunity and vibrating in the same vibration as you go up to 4D, 5D, and higher and higher and higher. So we cannot stress this enough. From the heart, find a way to make peace, all of you. No more wars. And when we say no more wars, we're not just talking about countries. Your president is running around all over the world making peace. bringing peace, because this vibration will not take anything but peace. But we are calling on you humans, make peace, because there cannot be another vibration except peace. We hope this is getting clear to a lot of you. If you cannot come to terms with those humans that are stuck in the physicality too much and do not see anything else but fear of death, fear of and not wearing masks, fear of believing in the media and not listening to anything else, then send them love, send them love, send them love, and pray that they will come through, or that you can hold them through what's coming next. But those of you, it pains us to watch star seeds, way showers, and light workers falling out. There are divisions now in the world tearing you all around to pieces because everything is coming up. It's like the mirrors are smashing everywhere. If anyone is in contact with someone who mirrors them, they are blowing up everywhere. To look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Like Narcissus, who looked at himself in the waters and saw himself, and fell in love with himself. You need to let those mirrors smash everywhere and feel the real you. Who am I? What am I? I am love, nothing else. And be grateful to those of you, those mirrors that have given you the opportunity to express and to find the real you. Yes, you feel let down, but it's time to be grateful. Time to be grateful, because this is the best, most enlightened time on the earth plane, and you are living it. And when you come through it, and you are coming through it, you have come through it. You have come through it. Some of you are holding it back. Some of you are holding it back. And those who are holding it back may not move on, or they will need to awaken if and when. Using wisdom. Wisdom and gratitude, keys. So just one more message. You feel like you're in limbo at the moment, waiting for your job to appear. I hear you, we hear you saying, I'm in limbo. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what my job is. Well, guess what? Your job is to be in limbo. That is it. Appreciate the time you've got at the moment. Appreciate the peace that you are cultivating inside. Stay in limbo. Do not fight it. What you resist persists. Stay in limbo. Accept. There is not much you can change at the moment. My beautiful starseeds, way showers, light workers. We are Lumiere. We love you. We connect to all the starseeds on the planet. We are light beings, Pleiadians. We love you. We love you. We send you balls of love, balls of love, balls of love. Come together, starseeds, way showers, light workers. Come together, because your job here is to save humanity and Mother Earth. You cannot do this with conflict. One more thing about intuition. Intuition can work sometimes really well if you have experience of past things have happened. Like, for example, we know that Lauren was in a rally and where she felt something was wrong. Her intuition was working because she is an ex-war child. She was able to pick up the vibrations of war so quickly to walk away and to know that something was brewing. So what we say is, to some of you, use your intuition wisely, but please focus on love for each other. Love for each other. We see you falling out all over. We see you falling out, so all the freedom fighters and the light workers, people falling out all over the place, calling people names. You know in your heart where there's a call to war. You cannot do it on your own. You're not strong enough. Not one of you is strong enough to carry the burden of this world on your own. We call you together. We sent you to come here together to find that to find the light, the consciousness inside all of you. You cannot stress this enough. United you stand, divided you fall. United you stand, divided you fall. United you stand, divided you fall. Where we go one, we go all. Is the mantra you should be reciting day and night, day and night. United we stand, divided you fall. There's enough of you to carry humanity and to save the planet and Mother Earth and to create a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world, which was coming to you in the new year, bit by bit. Things will fall away, fall away. We leave you with one more message. One more message. Let go of everything, everything and everyone, and then take them back with love. Let go of every part of you, every belief, every value, everything you have learned from the time, beginning of time, that lives you've lived. Let it all go. Let it all go. You were conditioned to believe certain things and to act in a certain way. Activity, securities. Let go of your security. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go and let love. Let go and let love. Let go and let light. Let go and let wisdom. Let go and let peace. Peace come in. Because you will be called on in over a month. You will be called on to do more. And you need to get very, very strong now. You're here for a mission. All of you, every single one of you. And that's why we felt we wanted to channel through Lauren tonight to give you hope and love. We are there. We are protecting you. You have already won, except your job is to try and make the vibration so high between all of you first. This beautiful vibration of connection, love, peace, generosity of spirit, give and take. Remember, give and take was the first card I pulled. Give and take, give and take, give and take. Let go of personalities, let go of people thinking that they know. No, the personality does not know. And we're here to tell you that you do not know. You do not know. Even you were conditioned to live on this earth in this body. We love you, Lumiere. We send you balls of light. and love towards you. We hope you can feel them. We hope you can feel them. Namaste, our beautiful star seeds, way showers, light workers. Where we go one, we go all is your mantra. Divided, you fall. United, you stand. Divided, you fall. United, you stand. Never forget. We hope our message has come clear to you today, and that we can expect to see you uniting. United, you stand. Divided, you fall. In order to complete this cycle, to ascend, to be able to move into the beautiful new world of equality and love and generosity of spirit for all. You cannot do this separately. You have not got enough light and energy. This message goes out to any of you who are trying to do this separately. It cannot be done separately. And I hope that this channeling that we brought through Lauren, hope, will help you all. We love you. Peace. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was a channeling through Lumiere. I hope it helps. Please share it everywhere. Subscribe, share, and like. I've been doing a lot of tarot. I did some divine masculine and divine feminine energies you can listen to. Massive tarot reading, except I haven't done Capricorn yet, so I'm about to do that now. I love you. Take care. Have a beautiful day and share this everywhere. Namaste. And we have one. We're just catching up. Love you. Bye-bye.
Your loving arms, can you hear me sing? Can you hear me sing? As I long to feel your love in my soul, your love in my soul.
the new TV channel for us